I don't think you can look past them because they might just have this weird mojo, like, hey, we've come together, we play as a team. Now they've got, Faber's on a low contract. You look at it.
Marco Rossi's been great. Yeah, Rossi's cheap right now.
So you're looking at it like, now, do they have enough to push you through into a deep run? I don't know because we haven't seen it, right? We haven't seen it. But at the end of the day, I think I look at this right now. I think they are like a cup contending team. But you got to give them more time. Like this is, I'm sorry, sample size 30 games.
Right.
I need to see more from them. That's what I think.
Right? I'm with you. I mean, if I were ranking teams I think could win the Stanley Cup within their division, they're fourth for me.
In that division?
Yes, I'd still have Dallas, Colorado, and Winnipeg ahead of them.
Yep.
Like, I don't care what you've done through 28 games. Like, sure. I'm taking those three other teams. If the Stanley Cup playoffs started tonight, I would take those.
So maybe they're
teams.
A playoff contender.
They're playoffs for sure. I mean, if they screwed this up, it would be crazy. And could they win a round or two, Noodles? Be competitive, sure, but I don't know about cup contender quite yet.
I'm taking right now. If you just had me ask, like, it's Colorado. Colorado just went and changed their goaltending. Now they've got the team in front of them.
Yeah.
Like
have you ever seen that before, Noodles? A team just shuffle out both of their goaltenders a quarter into the season.
No, not a quarter into the season. I've seen turnover. I've seen it here in Toronto. Like, they've turned both goaltenders over in the offseason where it's like, that's not working. Two new guys. I get that. This is, you're right, a quarter of the way into the season, like, nope, Georgie 5, you got to go, and we're trading for, Annunen, where you're out, you're a young guy. Like, now it's Blackwood and Wedgwood. Yeah, the
and
Woods.
Mileswood. Yeah, there's a lot of it out there.
Yeah.
You guys see the story that Teddy Bluger's mom won the 50-50 out in Vancouver?
What?
Yeah, she won.
Saw it. It was unreal.
How much?
It was $100,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
so she won the 50-50. Like, what's the reaction like if you come out through the tunnel or whatever, you got your suit on, your families are waiting, and your mom's like, I won the 50-50. Like, how would you react if that happened?
Yeah, it's going to be a fun Christmas this year.
I guess. I mean,
that's crazy.
It's a cool story. And people in Vancouver are like, it's rigged. How did that happen?
How did player's mom win it?
Yeah.
They don't make enough money?
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's her money.
It's hers. She bought a ticket. She didn't do the raffle.
Man, you buy a ticket, you deserve to win.
All day.
It's fair and square because there's not I don't know, what was the NBA draft that people thought was rigged?
The Ewing draft for the Knicks.
Yeah, Patrick Ewing, right? Like that's, but these 50-50, these 50-50s, like you're buying from, somebody in the stands.
A vendor walking up the stairs. Exactly.
I think now you can buy it on your phone now.
Yeah, you can now.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
So
you can now.
I'm pumped for her. It is a bit awkward because Bluger doesn't make league minimum, does he? I think he makes a couple sheets a year, doesn't he?
I would guess. He's been in the league for a few years.
This is what I want to ask. You brought up 50-50. Struddy, how does the Edmonton Oilers game get up to hundreds of thousands?
Millions.
Is it millions? 50-50?
It's millions, Carlo.
Millions. How?
I'm telling you, because everybody in Alberta it's like scratch tickets, Lotto 649. Like everybody plays Lotto like it's their job.
Oh, we love it.
I
that's
love
your
it.
thing. That is what I
do
define Alberta. Go ahead, Strud. Can you hear us? Struddy's having serious technical issues.
He's on the phone. He's staring at us. I'm like, is this guy decided to just quit the
Gordon Gekko? He's on his cell phone.
I want to weigh in on it because I have friends in Alberta that we have a little pot going. So I will send them money, and the three of us go in. Like we'll go in on it. So because you have to be an Alberta resident,
right,
to buy. Like it's
so you're just investing in the group.
Right, so I will just email money in. It's like and in the group chat they're like, Noodles, you're buying tickets today. It's Dan's turn tomorrow. It's Shayla's turn.
Is there an opening in that group? I'd love to chip in.
I
you know what's going to happen. They're going to win. Noodles, these two will disappear. They'll be in Hawaii. Noodles isn't getting a penny. You're not getting a penny if they actually
you think Dan and
win
Shayla would jam me up?
Yes.
You know what? I mean, the joke is if I don't hear from them and all of a sudden I see on their Instagram or something they're in Turks and Caicos or in Hawaii,
exactly.
You know that they're gone. And
they won it. There's Noodles being like, what happened to those tickets?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot of money, man.
No.
It's a lot of money. Shout out to the Bluger family.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Bluger family.
And that's tax-free, right?
I think up here, generally it is. Yeah, in the States, I think you got to pay tax on that.
Yeah, States you got to pay tax on.
So you're doing the panel tonight, Habs Pens.
Yeah.
You got Sid at the Bell Center.
You know what, man? Habs games have been a lot of fun to watch lately.
Freewheeling out there. Eh? And Laine's been a great story.
Patrick Laine has re-energized that team and re-energized that fan base. The goals this guy is scoring, like I exaggerate when I say this, but he actually blows the roof off the building in that place.
That's crazy, man.
I hope they have good arena insurance because if he scores again tonight, he's been on fire. And what that's done is it's give them more balance. Now they've got a second line of Laine, Doc, and Slavkovsky. So, and Lane Hudson, elevating him to the power play, top unit power play. They've been a fun team to watch lately.
Yeah, Laine, man, he goes bar down as well as anyone in the league. Oh. Like, he just snaps it. He's got the chain under his neck guard. That you don't see too often.
From the back?
From the back. You can see the chain. He's got the chain. He's like, I'm wearing this chain. I'll wear a neck guard, but I'm rocking that chain, too.
It's a big line,
and it's not just goals. Like, he's going, bar down.
Oh, I know, exactly. Like, he is.
It's wicked.
He looks like vintage Laine, man. It's a really cool story. Yeah. Really cool story.
That's where I was going to go, Hayes. It's a great story because it's a feel good story.
Yeah.
There was a time there early in his career where we were expecting this guy. It was 4 his rookie year, and you're going, okay, this guy could be a 50-goal scorer in his sleep once he settles into the league, and he just never got there. He never got there, and then it's Columbus, and he doesn't like it, and I don't know what's going on, and then he has a mental health struggle, and now it's just a great, him even to start this season with Montreal, and then he blows his knee out.
I know.
Like it just
preseason game. I know.
Your heart hurts for him, but it's just a feel-good story, and obviously it's given juice to the team a little bit,
Big
right?
time.
It helps their
Big
power
time.
play. It kind of just gives them, to me, it's just a great story where there's 2 positive things in Montreal. Actually, I'll give a third.
Montembeault's been incredible since
you called that making on Canada, man. When we were doing that in the summer, I was like, I don't see it, but you were out in front of all that.
And then Lane Hudson, and then Patrick Laine. So you've got 3 nice stories there.
And Caulfield scored a million goals this year.
Yeah, he's got 17 or 18 right now.
He scored a lot of goals. All right, Carlo. Good seeing you, man. Thanks for doing it.
Great seeing you, too. Can I borrow that
Stay
hoodie
warm,
on my
buddy.
walk over?
Yeah, you need my hoodie?
Stay warm, big guy.
Stay warm, man. Stay warm out there.
Good seeing you guys.
There's Carlo Koliakovo. First up, he'll be on the panel tonight. Habs Pens on TSN. Overdrive continues. TSN 1050 and on TSN 2. All right, Best Bets brought to you by FanDuel later in the hour on the Thursday nighter tonight. Niners, Rams, Hazenbro. The pick is in. Rams plus 2.5. Got my list coming up. Hazy B's list on a Thursday. I could only get to 3. Bit of a cop-out, but I figured I want to be optimistic. I want to be a optimistic Canadian hockey fan. So I'm going to get to my list in a moment. But we have sent Al's brother out somewhere in the city with a pair of Leaf tickets, and you have to guess where he's hiding for your chance to win them. You guys ready for the 4th and final clue of the week?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, it's Thursday. Time for your final clue to get yourself a pair of Leafs and Islanders tickets on December 31st. And let me tell you, I immediately regret the decision to come here. This place is an absolute zoo, but I got to get my Christmas shopping done, and this is the best place to do it.
All right, so we all know where he is, I think, by this point. I referenced this mall earlier in the show. It's all good. Find out tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow, and the first caller through with the correct location will win a pair of tickets to see the Leafs take on the Islanders December 21st. All right, Doogie, there we go. 21st?
21st.
21st. Okay, thank you.
Is it Ron Burgundy to you or what? What you doing?
Al's brother said the wrong date, I guess. So, and then anyway, Find Al's Brother is brought to you by McAlpine Ford in Aurora. Our family, the Ford family, and you. Full details at tsn1050.ca. All right.
Can I just defend myself for a second?
Yes, please.
JP just seriously screwed me. He wants me to change my codec mid-interview.
Yes.
He calls me on my phone, and then he hooks me back up. I can't hear what you guys are saying. I look like amateur hour over here. JP, I hate to throw you under the bus, buddy, but you just did it to me mid-interview.
Yeah, that's wild. JP, do you want to explain yourself?
Outrageous.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Come on
is,
and defend yourself, JP.
It's what's going on behind the glass today is just wild. Go ahead, JP.
Truth be told,
The Toronto Maple Leafs may be taking a new approach to salary management, which could directly impact Mitch Marner's contract negotiations. During Kyle Dubas' tenure as general manager, the team didn't hesitate to spend heavily, and this trend began with a 6-year extension signed by Marner in 2019. At the time, Marner's $10.9 million annual cap hit set the market for superstar wingers, surpassing comparable players like Mikko Rantanen of the Colorado Avalanche, who signed a 6-year deal with a $9.25 million annual cap hit. Now, however, times seem to be changing. TSN's Pierre Lebrun recently reported that the Maple Leafs have implemented an internal salary cap, aiming to ensure no player earns more than captain Austin Matthews, who signed a 4-year extension worth $13.25 million per season in August 2023. The team's primary concern revolves around Marner's agent, Darren Ferris, who, according to Lebrun, might push for a percentage of the total salary cap instead of a fixed dollar amount. This could result in Marner's cap hit exceeding Matthews' $13.25 million, conflicting with the Leafs' new financial strategy. Ferris is known for driving negotiations to the limit, often taking his clients to free agency. This raises fears that discussions between Marner and the Leafs could drag on until July 1st, giving Marner and his camp all the leverage in negotiations. Another complicating factor is the rising market. Lebrun noted that Mikko Rantanen believes he could secure $14 million per season as a free agent. This sparks the question, could Marner demand even more? And would Ferris take that gamble, knowing the Leafs might opt to move on and sign another player? Marner has made it clear on multiple occasions that Toronto is where he wants to be. As a local player with deep ties to the city, he's expressed his desire to spend his entire career wearing the blue and white of the Leafs. However, staying with the team may require him to accept less than market value, especially if the front office remains committed to its new salary structure. Such a sacrifice could be vital for the team's collective success and to avoid financial issues that have plagued the recent past. While negotiations are still in the early stages, it's evident that Marner's future with the Leafs is at stake. Maple Leafs fans may need to prepare for the possibility of significant changes, but they can also trust in the player's commitment to the city and the franchise to find a compromise. The Maple Leafs' decision to implement an internal salary cap reflects a broader shift in their team-building philosophy. After years of prioritizing top-end talent with hefty contracts, the organization appears determined to strike a balance between superstar contracts and depth throughout the roster. This strategy aims to avoid the pitfalls of past seasons, where a lack of financial flexibility often left the team vulnerable in critical playoff moments. For Mitch Marner, this shift creates a unique challenge. On one hand, his value to the Leafs is undeniable. A consistent top scorer and elite playmaker, Marner has been instrumental in driving the team's offense. On the other hand, his ability to command a salary that rivals or exceeds Austin Matthews could put the Leafs in a difficult position, especially with a potential need to strengthen other areas of the roster. As the 2023-24 season progresses, the Leafs must weigh the potential consequences of sticking to their cap philosophy. Losing a homegrown talent like Marner would undoubtedly sting for fans and the organization alike. However, allowing one player to dictate financial terms beyond the team's structure could hinder long-term success and force painful sacrifices elsewhere. Adding to the complexity is the looming free agency of William Nylander. If the Leafs are to stick to their internal salary cap, they may also face challenges in retaining Nylander, who could command a significant raise. Balancing contracts for both Marner and Nylander within the new framework could prove to be the ultimate test for Toronto's management team. Another factor at play is the team's ultimate goal, winning the Stanley Cup. While star players like Marner and Matthews are crucial, history has shown that depth and balanced rosters often prevail in the postseason. If the Leafs fail to manage their finances effectively, they risk falling short of building a championship-caliber team, even with elite talent. For Marner, the decision to stay with the Leafs might come down to more than just dollars. His connection to the city, the fans, and his teammates could be deciding factors. If he prioritizes legacy and loyalty over maximizing earnings, there's a strong possibility that he'll work with the team to find a deal that benefits both parties. Negotiations will also test Darren Ferris, known for his hardline tactics in securing lucrative deals for his clients. While pushing for top dollar is expected, Ferris may need to weigh the risks of alienating the Leafs management and fanbase. A prolonged stalemate could damage Marner's relationship with the team and its supporters. The Leafs management, led by general manager Brad Treliving, faces a pivotal moment. Treliving's reputation as a negotiator and team builder will be on full display as he navigates this high-stakes scenario. Striking the right balance could solidify his tenure in Toronto, while a misstep might set the team back for years. For Maple Leafs fans, the coming months will be filled with anticipation and uncertainty. Marner's future, along with the team's ability to stay competitive under financial constraints, will likely dominate conversations as the season unfolds. Supporters can only hope that the team's new approach leads to greater playoff success and, ultimately, the elusive championship. In the end, the outcome of these negotiations could redefine the Maple Leafs' identity for years to come. Whether it results in retaining Marner or reshaping the roster, the team's commitment to an internal salary cap signals a clear focus on long-term sustainability. Fans will be watching closely, hoping for a resolution that keeps the team's core intact and their championship dreams alive. As the negotiations with Mitch Marner progress, another layer of complexity is added by the external competition in the NHL market. Teams with more cap space and fewer restrictions could easily present lucrative offers to Marner if he reaches free agency. The Leafs are not only negotiating with Marner but also indirectly competing with other franchises willing to outbid them for his services. One example of this is Mikko Rantanen, whose potential $14 million value on the open market highlights the growing demand for elite wingers. If Rantanen secures such a deal, it could set a precedent that Marner's camp would use as leverage. The Leafs, however, must remain disciplined, as breaking their internal salary cap for Marner could lead to similar demands from other key players down the line. The looming specter of free agency means the Leafs have a limited window to strike a deal. If negotiations drag on into the off-season, the leverage shifts heavily in favor of Marner and his agent. Darren Ferris, known for his strategic patience, could use this to push for maximum value, putting even greater pressure on the Leafs management to make a decision. This scenario also places significant pressure on head coach Sheldon Keefe. Managing a team amid ongoing contract uncertainty can disrupt chemistry and focus. Keefe will need to ensure that the team remains united and focused on their performance, even as the media and fans speculate about Marner's future. Meanwhile, the Leafs core group, including Austin Matthews, Morgan Rielly, and John Tavares, will likely play a role in influencing Marner's decision. The camaraderie among the players and their collective drive for a championship could persuade Marner to accept a deal that aligns with the team's financial structure. On the flip side, the Leafs could explore contingency plans if a deal with Marner doesn't materialize. Trading Marner would be a bold move, but it could bring significant assets in return, potentially bolstering the team in areas like defense or secondary scoring. This option, while unpopular with fans, might be necessary to maintain roster balance. The timing of these decisions is also critical. With the trade deadline months away, the Leafs must assess whether keeping Marner without an extension risks losing him for nothing in free agency. A preemptive trade could avoid this scenario, but it would also signal a significant shift in the team's short-term goals. Fan sentiment will undoubtedly influence the team's approach. Marner is not just an exceptional player, he's a fan favorite and a symbol of homegrown talent succeeding in Toronto. Losing him could lead to backlash, especially if the team struggles in the aftermath of his departure. The broader NHL landscape also plays a role. As other teams navigate their own salary cap challenges, the Leafs can learn from their successes and failures. Organizations like the Tampa Bay Lightning and Vegas Golden Knights have shown the value of balancing star power with depth, offering a potential blueprint for Toronto's future.